Hi guys, today I would like to talk to you about the limited by policy issue that many drug and alcohol rehab centers are facing when trying to run Google ads. You could see here from this is a screenshot from one of our clients that have this issue on across many campaigns. It's so those different levels. It may be a big problem. It might be somewhat of a problem. And today I'm hoping to go through the different stages. So hopefully you can gain some value and figure out where you are in that process. The reason we're using today a slideshow is because I can't share the information directly out of the account for obvious reasons. The space is very sensitive. So we'll go ahead and show you different examples of different limited situations. So in this particular case, you can see that this is what would be considered a good limited or like acceptable. This kind of without getting certified, this is the highest you'll be able to achieve, which you can see right here. The ad is only limited in certain countries, certain devices, and certain platforms, particularly, let's say, in YouTube, which, if you're running a brand awareness campaign, you still want to take care of this. But if you're focused only on search campaigns, you might be okay running with this for quite a while, just like our client is currently doing. On the other hand, if you see this limited right here, where that Google specifically calls out the targeting that you're using in the ads, this is something that you want to try to fix. Reason being, keeping it like this, your quality score is low, and that affects the CPC, how much you're paying for each click. It's obviously going to raise the price, and we're going to get into it a bit more in later in the presentation. But just as an overall big picture, understand that this is something that you want to avoid in your ads. So here you can see more specific common terms that are causing those ads to get flagged by Google's AI. These are all the names of the different drugs that people are addicted to. So instead of naming the specific drugs, you want to kind of keep it more generic, and approach them as a whole group versus naming specific. You can see that some people try to game the system by using the drug and doctors near me, clinic near me. Again, this is something that without the certification is going to get flagged, and you want to try to avoid that. So also, because the space is so sensitive, you want to try to avoid saying things like guaranteed results, 100% success, because as we know, as people that walk in the space, it's never a guarantee. It's obviously you're trying to mislead the user, and Google frowns upon that, and that's gonna lead the ads to get flagged. So you want to avoid that as well. Further, we can see also another big issue is the use of the word helpline, hotline. Google has very specific policy against that. So we want to avoid that. That's going to flag the ads as well. So what are our options if our ads are getting flagged? We can try to apply to run those ads as a healthcare facility. And other than that, a more immediate solution would be to fix the ad copy, and try to take out a lot of those terms that we reviewed in the previous slides. So let's see if we have. Okay, no, we don't. So I think later on we're going to show exactly how to do that. But the issue with this federal drives gives you a more technical explanation why being limited is not what you want. So the technical explanation behind it is that the algorithm is forced to bid on broad match, which includes in some safe terms that are not going to get flagged. So basically, you wanted to buy like one vegetable in the store, and you end up buying a few vegetables that you didn't even want because you have to, right? So that's the issue, and that's going to raise our cost. Okay, so the CPCs are going to go up, and this is something that we're currently seeing with this client that we just took over their account. So how does the certification, assuming you want to go and get the certification done, and yeah, it comes with some costs, and we're going to review the cost in a bit, but it's a long-term investment, something you wanna get done. So once you get the certification, you submit it to Google, you get more direct access to the auction, your quality score will go up, the ad relevance and the landing page experience are all gonna be in the, if not excellent, but at least good based on my experience. And history data shows us that this is the right move. So for facilities that have been running for a long time and they are they have a big budget, this particular client is spending about $40,000 a month. So I highly recommend to get the certification. So we reviewed this. So here is how, if we wanted to edit the ads, it's quite simple. You're just gonna click on the edit button, go in the ad and try to remove all these words that, and I believe I have some. I'm just gonna quickly see. Okay, I didn't include the specific words. I think we kind of reviewed. So again, the hotline, the guaranteed best, we want to try to avoid things that, are going to mislead the user. And again, the specific names of the drugs, so you want to keep it, generic. It's similar when you are doing specific ads for alcohol, not only drugs. So, I've seen people try to use very specifics in the alcohol, but it's more relevant in the drug space. So how does the certification works? You basically check if you're eligible. You provide the documentation. Hopefully you have a business license to run the facility, and if you do, then you just submit that. Fairly straightforward process. And they go in here. This is all the requirements. If you're an established facility that's been around for a while, based on my experience, I don't see any problem getting this done. And this is the pricing that they have. Obviously it ranges, so of course you would have to find out for your specific facility. And they do have, if you're like a really small individual practitioner, they do have hardship waivers, which is great. Most of the clients I work with don't qualify because they're on the bigger side. So that is it, guys. That was a quick presentation about the issue with limited by policy. I hope it's gonna help you if you're trying to run your own ads in the drug rehab space. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one.